Alright, welcome to stream where I am going to be doing a master's review for tank player. Um, Other than that, I'm going to get the code from them now, and we can get started. Let's see. Playing Sigma on King's Row, so we are going to start with that. I believe this is Hansho Spark playing the only Sigma. I don't have the speed up option set up, I believe. Replay. Stickers. There we go. Okay, so let's start a little bit with what we got, right? Did I not have spectate cell phone either? Hold on, I'm sorry about this. Using a different account than I usually do. Click itself, left click. There we go. This should work. That does not work. It's okay though. Do I have it on you? No. Okay, let's get started. Hi, it's NCT, Vancouver Titans. I like that. Your Twitch is Vancouver Titans and your in-game name's Hansus Park. Make up your mind. Okay, let's go. So we are just playing a little bit of Sigma here. I really need to change that. It's annoying me. Spectate. Which one is? Should be that one, but it doesn't work. I don't know. Oh, we'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, gun problems. Okay. So what we have is we have Ryan Sigma, which means that well, your Ryan is probably here to a fight strike. You should be. I assume you just want to either rogue or shoot at the door. That's fine, but we should back out. You as Sigma, you are going to want to play. Depends on where your Ryan is playing, but I'm going to guess your Ryan is going to play here with this corner. You're probably going to want to play around statue, so you can go either way. You can poke this way and shoot at them. You can back up your Ryan and shoot at them. You can hold this angle, especially if someone tries to go through the window. You can shoot at them from here. You can shoot at them from here. So if you stand here behind the statue, you've got a lot of options to defend your different off angles. And yeah, that's basically your job as Sigma in this comp. Ryan is your main tank. He's gonna hold the front line, so you can go end off angle with Sigma, right? Other than that, you should be okay. We basically have different angles, like Ash can hold a different angle than us as well, so we shouldn't be on the same line of sight as Ash, just to make it more difficult for them. Doomfist is probably going from behind and distract them. You know, it should be okay. So we should just shoot at the door, get out. Okay. Does the game sound loud enough? Let me know that. Maybe it might be a little quiet. Can raise it. We are holding here for too long. You really want to play corners and you want to keep your distance with Sigma. So we should be back now. Good shield, we block the dynamite. Remember, with Sigma, you really want to flash your shield. Don't make sure you don't hold it for too long. This is fine. Again, I do think you could be shooting from this angle instead. Like at the beginning, you could have rotated or just work back that this way and held this angle. because it's just a little bit. I hear the tick tick. Fat finger, yeah, that's fine. That's just a little mistake. Doesn't happen. Happens every now and then. The important thing is that we back out after doing whatever we want to do at the door. In this case, you can because you have a Vine holding main, we can probably play here, like I said. Like we could be shooting at this Jangrat, right? We can be denying him the value of this window. We can just be shooting at them from this angle, so that instead of looking this way, they have to look this way and this way, right? It just helps playing from an off angle. Also, this position over here grants you a little bit more cover than this because you have to back out a bit further, and also you know that Ryan is going to be holding here, like I said earlier. So, okay, let's go back to you. Shield the Ryan, yeah, that's fine. This fight is won, probably. We are just poking, that's fine. Given Ryan Jungler is still up there, we should probably. I don't think there's anyone else other than us that can bother the Jungrats. So if he's being a pain, you should just spam him. You can do a lot more spam than he can because you have a shield and a need ability, and he doesn't have anything. So also you can bounce around corners a lot easier, and his balls are a lot more difficult to aim. So you can just spam him, try to get him out of there. Again, spamming the window is also very easy. Yeah, but from a little further back so they can bounce in. Also, don't be afraid to rock Diva, right? When she uses boosters and starts heading towards you, it's a good time to use your rock. Just put her on the ground. We're undead, we back up a little bit. That's fine. Again, we are just standing behind the Rhine. Not the best, but... Rhine is just holding the shield. I really didn't like that. He shouldn't just be holding the shield. He should either be backing out towards cover or moving up to this cover so he can swing at them. There's a ball behind us. We have a brick, it should be fine. And we don't have a diveable. We have a Nana, but we have a brick too, it should be fine. Hold the corner. They don't have a diva anymore, yeah, corner is fine. Thus far, it's mostly just, you're playing Sigma like he was some sort of Reinhardt and taking the same positions as I would with Reinhardt, which is not how you usually play Sigma. We missed the rock, that's okay. I'm not gonna expect perfect mechanical play. We should eat here, we should have eaten it before that actually. We have instead of putting the shield out, we should eat because there's a Jungrat in front of us. The Jungrat at this range. With Sigma, you need to be... yeah, you definitely... Sigma is really good at both holding and taking off angles. So we should be looking into that. Other than that, try to make sure that you stay far away from enemies because Sigma is he's good at range, right? He's really bad at close range, but he's pretty good at range. We die to the trap. That happens. We're gonna lose the point. So. We have a Nana now. We have a Moira now. This is lost. We should be going the other way and regrouping to... Like, there's no way we can recontest here, right? We should be going the... yeah, look at this. No way to recontest. We should be going the other way and trying to move here to recontest. If Ryan dies, just let him. Like, honestly, Ryan it's impossible he gets to touch. And if he dies, he can come back fast. But if you die, you're a very slow hero. Like, I get that we are... I hate that. I cannot just left click to move cameras. Which is the button to move cameras? C, X, E. It's not E. Just does that. Middle? Yeah, okay, it's middle mouse button. Middle, there we go. So yeah, basically because it's us, it's like, look at this. Your team is nowhere near us, right? So what we should be doing is we should be backing out. We should not be fighting this until at least our Moira is here, if not an entire team. Don't play this aggressive, especially with Sigma. Like, if you were here, you would be getting the same value because you can... Like, Sigma has a lot of range, right? You can be here and still put your shield from this range and still shoot your balls from this range, right? The adversaries have a very long range. We should also be looking to alternate this fight. They don't have, like, anything to counter us, like no beat, no trance, no anything. So if we alternate this fight, we can probably get a few of them and If our team is here, we can probably win the fight easily. Help you running it out. I don't know why you're hiding here. Like I said, you want to be far away, not this close, but okay. We should flux that. Also, what you should probably do is hold on. So, right, middle mouse button, use the left click. What you should probably do is put your shield right here, so it doesn't get, so that the exposure doesn't get you, and then immediately Q and try to get the baby diva. Because if you hit her once in the air, you basically killed her, got her out of the fight, prevented the ult from getting any value. You know, not realizing my teammates are far away. Yes, you should definitely work on that, especially as a tank. Playing Sigma, not too bad, especially because you can play defensively, you can hold your angles. You will hold, you can flex. You can flex from very far away as well. Like we can flex from here, and it's flex goes very fast. All you have to do is press up a little, up a little, down a little. It's pretty easy to aim. You don't have to be close. It's a big circle in the ground, right? Like you go up in the air, you have this to cover you from CC, and you can get the circle on the ground. Like goes very fast. You just circle wherever you can, and you press the button. Here we block. That's fine. Now we should turn around and ult. Ult immediately. We could get the diva, and we are. Look at this, right? This is really good to ult. And we just heard break. I just heard break user stun, so she won't have it. We should be ulting immediately. That's probably a little too. Like I would have just like look. If we ult, this was gonna die, right? Who's the Wastelands? Oh, these right. That's the Brigitte. The Diana's gonna die, so they're gonna lose their healing. Brigitte's probably gonna rally as a response, but we can kill the Brig with a couple of shots. Ash, you can get the Ash, you can get the Tia, you can get a lot of value if you ult here early. Nice. We should have ulted Legend earlier. It's fine though. We just killed the Ash. We should kill the Ash. We missed the shots. That's not lucky. And then we turn around, finish the Ash. Nice. We should have ulted a little earlier, but it's fine. We win the fight anyway. Decent rock. You're okay. We should be playing corners a little bit more, like I said, like playing further back. We were holding here. This is not great because you can only, like, basically, if you're playing here with Sigma, you can only spam this direction. But if we are playing where we are now, a little bit further back, ideally, of course, you just play here and you can basically spam the entire choke. So it's better to spam, better to hold because you have better cover. I hate the noise he's making. It's just a really good location to hold. Also, you will never be that far away from your team here. Just keep going. We shoot. This is fine. We won the fight. She's dead. Yeah. You don't have to rock there, but it's okay. Yeah. Don't hello that. It's fine though. Ash is dead. Good shots. Ryan's back with us. No, we have a monkey now. So now you really want to hold the main angle because you have a monkey now. What monkey does is monkey can hold high grounds for us, and we can do is we can really hold one angle. Like if you want to hold this angle, I would say okay, but this is the same angle that the monkey's holding. I would go for either here to make sure we can contest this as well, or probably there is fine. You can also come up here because the only thing they have to contest you here is a diva, and you can kind of break diva right now. You can rock her, you can suck her missiles, you can put a shield between you. If you can even rock her while she puts up to you and she will fall and she's an easy kill. So if you come up here, if you have the time between fights and you can come up here, this is really good for you. You can just spam them. They cannot do a lot about it. Let's keep going. We shouldn't push. I know that Diana's low, we shouldn't push too far. We can keep shooting her. We spam. We should be spamming left, but it's okay. That's a good rogue. Yeah, always prepare rogue when haven't pile drives, because when he pile drives, it's the moment where you want to use your CC, or I don't know, protect him if you're on his team, right? Like, it's the moment he's vulnerable. We should not run around. Yeah, we should just kill him. We can just spam Diana out here. Put your shield up and spam Mamana. We should be like, you're never gonna kill Brigitte because she's got a shield and she can just back up. If you don't have running Orisa, if we don't, yeah, I'm gonna say that if you don't have a Vayner and Orisa, I'm not gonna say you become the main tank, but it's a lot more of your job to contest the main angle, even though you cannot contest it like Ryan or Orisa would. What you can do is pressure, especially long angles like this. You can pressure people coming by spamming the main direction, and you can let your team with the flankers, right? Monkey can take people come from here, right? You can be up here or back here, but ideally you would be here still, and let your monkey handle both the backline if he can go in and the flankers. But having all this space to spam them is what really helps you be able to hold this space to begin with. Because with Sigma Monkey, basically Monkey has no frontline value. And Sigma doesn't have a lot of frontline value. His only frontline value is his shield. And it's a lot worse than Ryan. Ryan's at like 700 health rather than 1600. So the value is a lot lower. The way you hold control, the way you hold space, is by controlling through spam. So if they rush you, like if they had a Lucio and rush you, you will be in a very bad situation. Like if they had, I don't know, Lucio Ryan, for example. But assist, you can just hold your point, hold your position and spam them up, and let your monkey deal with other angles and frontline if he has to. You are not a frontline. Like I was saying though, is we should not be spamming Brick. We're never going to kill her. We should move a little to the right and spam Ash and Anna, which we have a chance to kill. Brick rallies, we back out. We just back out. No, we just back out. And they also bob, so we should be backing out double hazard now. And you want to use your sack as soon as you can to basically Bob is going to end up like, I don't know, around here somewhere. What you want to do is use your sack and try to get out and either get inside of the house so Bob cannot see you, or around the corner so Bob cannot see you. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die. The other option, of course, is putting the shield behind for Bob, but that means you will have nothing to mitigate damage from the front line. So you will probably die to the Ash, the Gita, and Diana. We are getting cold, but we get anti, and we don't sack right away, and we're gonna die now. If you had sacked earlier, you could have probably absorbed some of the damage from Bob while backing out. You could have maybe even absorb the anti. So just use your cooldowns a little bit more reactively. I think you could work on using your cooldowns a little bit more reactively. I think we tried to rock the Brigitte and then the Bob. We could have rocked Bob and stopped him in front of us. Just make sure we are not, especially when you are solo tanking, like main tanking, or holding the main angle rather, we don't want to use our cooldowns right away, because they are basically, each is a lifeline, right? We use them, we lose one lifeline. We use them, we lose one lifeline. We die. Gotta say that's alright, but we could have done something about it. Let's go faster. We have ult again. We should be regrouping here. We can regroup and re-engage. This is a lost fight. I don't know if you're in comms during these games, but even if you're not, you can just type in chat, regroup, or do the group up voice line. Make sure your team doesn't go in. Like, if these two die, you have the Moira and the Brigitte. It's a lost fight. You have no healing, so make sure your team waits to regroup. Unlucky, we hit the ball. Your rock hit the ball. But again, we are using the rock a little early. Like, now that they have a Roadhog and they no longer have a ball, you can really counter the Roadhog. Rock randomly when it's getting. Hi, Manu. There was no comments in the game. That's fine. Just spam the group up voice line then. Which I would do it like this because on the wheel, right? It's like, if this is the wheel, it's right here. Group up. That's fine. Just know that Rock is one of your best abilities because it CCs, so you can do a lot for it with it. Like for example, now that you're playing against the Roadhog, you can win the 1v1s against Roadhog with your cooldowns, right? Very, very easily. He basically is food for you. You first, all you have to do, the only tool he has against you is his hook, but you can block it with your shield, so you should be looking for his hook. And as soon as he hooks, we shield. When he doesn't have hook, we can pressure him. If he heals, we rock him. When he ults, we eat. You counter Roadhog's entire kit just by using your cooldown. So now that they have a Roadhog, we want to save our cooldowns so that we can make sure the Road gets absolutely no value. We could ult here. The tanks are very, very far forward. You could put your shield, like your shield here, to make sure he cannot hook you. You ult, you come down, because you can come down when you ult. You get both of the tanks, they go up. Hog uses his shield, Diva will probably use his Iron Matrix. When they come back down, we can just kill them, right? We should be canceling our shield to try to block that. We didn't block that. We put the shield to ult there. That's a little one-track mind. We were like, I'm just gonna ult here, and we forgot to, like, this is because we went forward, and this, don't get me wrong, this is very big value, right? Contra Sigma is spamming. No, like it depends on the comp, but like if maybe they had an Orisa, I would say maybe because you don't have control of Hog as easily. But then having no shields mean you can basically just farm the Hog however you can. Like if you have an okay reaction time, as soon as he uses his hook, you can shield, and because they don't have a Lucio, he can't rush you down. So you can keep your distance from Hog very easily, and you can just shoot him and he cannot do anything to you. Like at this distance, Hog cannot do anything to you. He can trickle you with damage, and his hook is in an 8-second cooldown. So after he hooks, we just block it. He cannot do anything, and we get like 8 free seconds to kill him. So if maybe you were playing with like Hog or Isai and it wasn't as easy, or if you were playing against Hog Ryan, which is still pretty bad, but wasn't as easy, or if maybe they had a very brawly comp, like, I don't know, a Lucio somewhere. Like, if this was a Lucio, and he could speed you and try to kill you, then maybe, yeah, you would be countered, but because they have no way of closing the distance, you can play very easy against the Roadhog. So again, this could be a very poor ult, by the way, if we aim it here. You could get, like, the Diva, the Brig, the Hog. Hey, thank you for the follow. But yes, basically, I'm gonna say the Doom. You could have saved the Doom by putting your shield back and taking an extra second before ulting, but you can get value out of this also, and it's only one down. We can still win this fight. That's pretty decent. Make sure you focus the Ana here. She's your primary target to kill. Unlucky on the hack, but that's fine. We can still win this fight. Sombra is left. Yeah, nice. Don't worry about the Sombra. It's not your job. Like, if you were playing with a Reinhardt, again, because Ryan is your front line, it would be your job to deal with the Sombra. But because we're playing Sigma Monkey, the Monkey can't handle the Sombra, and you should be looking at the main line. Put your shield up, yeah. That's good. Don't. I know. I keep saying look at the front line, but especially against the Roadhog, if you look away, he has a free chance to cook you, right? Because your shield comes in front of you. So don't look away, and if you're gonna look away at something, put your shield up first, so he cannot hook you. We suck. This is fine. Put your shield up. Nice. Believe it or not, you can first we rock, right? Rocking him is clearly the close of action, and then we back out. We don't want to be this close. Like we came back in, and we are now face to face with an animal Roadhog. We don't want this, so we rock him. We get out while we can. Good rock, we back out, this is fine, yeah. This is good. It's still winnable, we just wait the nano. Nice, nano's out. Hog has no heal, so we can farm him very easily. Basically just Hog and Diva, we can really just kill them. You can rock one of them. Nice, yeah, that should kill. We didn't have the shield, or rather we didn't use the shield, we could have blocked the hook. So Armor is dead, so we have to play defensive because we have little healing now. So what I'm saying is don't push, stay in the corner. We try to save the Roadhog, the Doomfist. We don't. Remember your stack doesn't block auto damage. Your shield will have been more useful, but other than that, we tried. We can still hold the corner. Good rock. You're just using your cooldowns. And these are not easy to hit targets. They don't have any tanks or anything you can stun, so it's okay. If you had hit, it would have been better because you can just kill, but you know. We played the corner, but we're probably gonna die, so nice. Our pick helped. Put your shield up. Again, shield is easier to use than suck, so if you can, put your shield up. You should just flash it, flash the shield, block a little damage, then you can literally charge. Flash the shield, use cover. If you're gonna poke, we poke, flash the shield, poke a little bit, then we use cover. Cover is free shield forever. Should be fine. I'm gonna rock. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, nice. I thought you were just going to stun the Diva from the mech, but you killed 2 people. That's value. Yeah, if you can, I think you were trying to stun the Diva out of the remaking. Even if you don't get it, if you rock the big Diva after she's mech, it's free farming. So yeah, always worth going for. And you can then hold here, yeah. Now that we've won the fight, we can just hold here again. Our brick is a little bit too far in. She may die, so if you want to save her, you can either focus Diana, or I think you can see Diana. You should kill Diana, right? You can put the shield, I think you're throwing the shield for the Brigitte. You can put the shield up for the Brigitte, but killing Diana is more important. Turn to kill Diana, nice. And now we just poke out. We don't need to poke because we already have our ult. So by poking, we are just giving the Hog extra ult charge. So we just poke out. We should be backing out. We should not be tempting Fate. He can hook you through that. We should just be backing out. We already have our ult, so no value in poking. We play here. Yeah, we can just play here. Somewhere behind you. Yeah. Again, though, I'm not gonna say you can help, like especially here when everyone's behind, looking at your monkey and your Doomfist. You can help. Just keep in mind that you are basically the front line of the team right now. Someone's behind, yeah, nice. She's dead. That's a random rock. He's got no heal. Like, imagine if we had rock now, right? Imagine if we hadn't just yeeted the rock out and we had it now. We could rock him and ult him and he would be dead. We could maybe even get the Brigitte in it. We are just using our resources too easily, and they're not letting us win 1v1s that we should win. We're backing out, this is good. We should be backing out, keep our distance from the Hog. If we want to ult, we should ult, right? Like, there are 2 or 3 people here. Oh, hold on, Ben, oh, there it is. There are 2 or 3 people here, knowing that the Roadhog is here and he doesn't have heal yet. You can absolutely just slam him. But now it's too late, he's got it again. Ken Bob, he's in a bad position. We broke the Brigitte, she's probably dead. Yeah, nice. We should ult. We've held onto this ult for a little too long. We should have used it at the beginning of the fight. Now we are down 3 because Doomfist died and is coming back. So using your ult a little too late here, but it's okay. We wasted our suck. We didn't have any reason to suck there. But we saw. We are holding. It looks like they're not pushing. Hog is to your right. Like, imagine if we had sucked there again, right? We would be at a much higher health because Hog just shoots us here. This is probably a last fight because they EMP bombed. And yeah. Okay, we have a Bastion now. We just got a Bastion instead of the Doomfist. So what we do now is we protect the Bastion. Play protect the President. You can win if you enable your Bastion. So we just do that. They have no shield and not a lot of damage reduction, so Bastion can just farm them. Like, Bastion's here, right? If he doesn't get hooked, like if your Bastion doesn't get hooked by the Roadhog, they have basically no way of getting him off this little high ground, right? Their only option is sending their Diva to try to 1v1 him, but if you're here, that's impossible. So as long as you're here and you put your shield up every now and then, and you suck and you just spam with the Bastion, you're probably guaranteed a win until they change compositions at least. It's going to be very difficult for them to get the Bastion out of here if you're with them. Instead, we are just spamming main. That's okay too. Just remember, we don't want to get close to them with Sigma. Like, this is too close. This is too close. We are ulting, that's fine. He just hooked, so he can stun him, so it's fine. But you can get hacked, so be careful about getting hacked. We get the Mercy, we can kill the Mercy. Yeah, that's a good job. We put the shield, but there's a hog behind us. We usually... Wow, okay. When the hog hooks you, if you have your sack, you always use it, because he's gonna shoot at you, and you can sack it, and you can get some shields, and it will not be as bad. Instead, we try to rock him, and he just kills us, because we are so close. Up a little bit. It's still a one fight, but you could have survived.
If only the answers were simple.
By the way, don't... if you play, like, I don't know how much you know about Sigma, but his range is actually like 20 meters. So if you want to shoot here, from where you are, you can. Like, it will explode around here and do a lot of damage. It's got a really long range. And it's actually easier to aim further away because you have to move less horizontally. Like, if you're aiming at someone here and they move a step, you have to do all this with your silent, right? But if you're aiming at someone here and they move the same, you only have to move because of the perspective, you only have to move your cursor a little bit. Sigma's got a lot of range. That's why I suggest you stay out of reach of everyone. He's a medium, he's a medium, like, think about it this way. He has more range than, like, McCree does for his maximum damage output. He's a very long range hero, especially for a tank. So yeah, like 22 meters is definitely, like, you can spam this with Sigma. This is less than 20 meters, or it may be 20 meters. Like,
Activating the barrier.
you should see how far it goes, and that only exploded because it's hitting someone. You can easily farm people from very far away. We get hooked, we suck. That's unlucky. You should be looking to block those, but can't guarantee that you always do it. Don't look away when you're sucking, by the way. That might get you in trouble. Now we have a Diva instead of a Monkey. I just noticed. She's probably being a Diva for the last fight only. This means that even more, we have less shield, less front line, but a lot of pressure. Like, Diva can pressure allies. Diva has a lot of mobility. Diva has defense matrix. So what we have is a lot of pressure in a lot of angles. So what you probably want to do is just hold this angle, let your Diva handle whatever comes left. Diva has enough mobility to come get it. So just hold this angle. When they hold main, when they start pushing you, you back out, you keep spamming. They have nothing to get you with. And let your Diva handle the flankers and let your Diva handle the high ground. We just focus on main. Basically, after championship, I don't want to say you always want to stay within 22 meters, but it's a good idea to play at like the 15 to 20 meter range and just spam the chokes wherever you can. Like, stay at 15 to 20 meters away from the choke, and that's usually a good position. And you will probably notice that most chokes and most corners are within 15 to 20 meters of each other. Like, if you play here, you can spam this corner. If you play here, you can spam the other corner, right? So most chokes and most places are like within the spamming distance. So don't be afraid to beat a little bit further back. Be a little bit further back and make sure you play within your range. Like, what we want is not to be able to hit their backline, but to be able to spam the choke, the place where they're coming from, right? So if you play here, what we want to make sure we can hit is this area, the choke. Or just main in this case, it's not actually a big choke, but like this is a choke, but we want to make sure we can hit this corner, right? And from here, we can shoot the corner, and from here, we can shoot that is actually a choke. So as long as you can hit the area where the enemy is coming from, you are good. You don't have to be closer than that. We should be shooting the Bastion. That's fine though. We are holding the corner. We eat that, yeah, you just eat that. Stay on him. Oh, we should stay on him. The more you stay on him, the more shields you get, so just stay on him. I know it's 1 extra second, but for Roto Gold, it's like 100 more shields for you. Like again, from here, we can spam the Ana. We don't have to push in. Or if you push in, only push in up to here, right? Because from here, we can hit the Ana. We can actually almost hit the spam from here. We don't have to go any further than this. Also, your shield is a little bit too far forward. We want to make sure the shield covers us. We take it down, that's fine. Yeah, I think you just misplaced it a little bit, that's okay. We just chew on the back line. Can we sack Bob? No, we don't have sack yet. We just shield Bob and go around the corner. Shield. No, around the corner. You should be playing with the corners a bit more. Play around the corners. They are, like I said in early, they are unlimited shields. Think of corners as unlimited shields. Especially for a hero like Sigma, where you can stand here, and if you shoot like here, they will bounce back and get them, right? You don't even have to peek the poke. You're probably dead here. Yeah. We're coming back. Should be okay. Payload. Payload? It's not a payload. I'm gonna say it's an okay option for cover, but it is definitely not as good as corner for several reasons. Okay, let me just go to the payload. First, they can still see you, right? It's a lot easier to push around the payload than it is to push around the corner. Like, first, obviously they can still shoot you. Secondly, they can just push either side, so you have 2 places to watch out for. And third, if you're playing on the payload, especially the attackers get a little bit of extra health regen from the payload, so you're playing at a healing disadvantage, just because you're playing on the payload. If you have a Roadhog here and a Roadhog here, this attacking Roadhog gets a little bit of an advantage, because being exactly on the payload just heals him a little bit every second. You should be playing here though, like, the play here means that they have to push past the corner. Hold on, let me just... let's look at it like this. I'm actually going to go back a little bit and show you where we were. Come on, give me the cursor, please. Hey, whenever just does this. There we go. Look back a little bit. You're dead already. Here we go. We are spamming, that is fine, the payload is here. We decide to go for the payload, right? Being by the payload, you can still get shot by Bob, or at least Bob will shoot in your general direction. You have all this open play they can push, all this open play they can push on either sides of you, and they can keep shooting you. Like, because we're standing here, they can still get angles to shoot you, even without pushing into your line of sight, into this area, right? Instead, if we go here, people have to physically walk past this to be able to shoot us. Because we are basically controlling all of this space from this position. So it is more reliable in the sense that you are both controlling more space, and people have to get further forward and probably further away from the team to get a good line of sightness. So it's just a better location. Sometimes you don't have a corner, you use the payload, you crouch behind it. It's okay, but most of the time, corners are better. We died, that's okay. Unlucky, we were right by the immortality, but we didn't get it. But it's probably still very winnable. We have Bastion and a couple ults, and we're getting a couple picks. Yeah, it's definitely winnable. Again, random rock. Don't use cooldowns in vain. Someone's coming behind us. She's maybe trying to EMP. She doesn't have it yet, but yeah, she's probably trying to EMP. She didn't go for it. There it is. Well, we avoided it. Again, we sacked for no reason. Like, it gave us very little health. And we had the shield, and Roadhog isn't particularly shooting at us. He's reloading and trying to get his health. And there's nothing else shooting at us, so you didn't have to use it right there, right then. But again, it's I'm not gonna say fine, because if he gets his ult, he can probably wreck you unless you rock him. So we really want to keep a rock, because if he gets his ult, he may be able to clutch. Never mind, we just kill him. It's okay too. And we win. We don't win. We just go. Yeah, we just prevent them from full capping. We're now in attack. I assume you're gonna play Sigma here too. Yep, there it is. We're on Sigma. Man, I love the Hyperspheres. Like look at them. They look so cool. They do the vibing, and the gravity is always vibrating, right? They just look so cool. Looks like we're playing with a diva again, so we are quote unquote holding the main angle. We just spam them out. You have unlimited ammo, so there's no reason not to shoot at the choke. That's really good. Hog has no hook, so he can just... Again, look at this. I'm already seeing Hog Zarya, which means that Zarya can press with your shield more than a diva can, but now you have no one who will contest off angles, right? They don't have a diva anymore. So what we can do very easily is just spam them out. We shield and we shoot. We shield and we shoot, and we want to stay further away, right? Especially even more now with Zarya. If you get close to Zarya, Zarya will just melt you. So we just spam and we stay away. There's a Reaper on the left. That's okay. We shield. That's fine. We got the pick just by spamming them out, right? We can just wait here. We come here to the corner, we play here, we spam them out, we break the turret. We don't have to push into them. We're shooting back up. Yeah, you're pushing a bit too far. Like I said, you can get the same value if you stay here, because Sigma just has a very big range. But it's okay, because we already picked one, and the Zarya is very low. I assume you just want to kill the Zarya. We kill the Zarya, yeah. The sack was again a little early, but it's okay because you have a Reaper nearby. Much like with Roadhog, you can completely deny... hold on. You can completely deny the Reaper from like a lot of value, because if he tries to get close, and if he comes like rolling down main, you can just spam him out. If he tries to flank, you have your sack, and you can prevent him from getting any easy picks. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult dealing with two at a time. But the fact that you have a diva means that you should probably don't have to worry about the Reaper at all. Like, you don't have to 1v2 them, and you probably will never have to 1v2 them. We can kill the buff here, yeah. We should go for the Iron next. Reaper's low, yeah. And that's probably your next target. We turn to the Hog, we rock him, he just healed. Nice. That's solid. You guys are doing better than they are. Do you win this? I feel like you guys probably win this. I don't know if easily, but pretty handily. Like, even though I'm seeing a couple of mistakes here and there, it feels like you guys are just better than they are. Yeah, everyone. Not ideal for both of you, but we're still picking out a couple of things, so that's fine. He has no hook, so this is like the perfect moment to ult. Because Zarya has no bubble, he has no hook, they're all right here. This is a great this is a great moment to ult, right? We can get at least 3 of them in the flux. Man, I hadn't realized that he still holds the animation while paused. That's pretty sweet. This is a good moment to flex. Like I said at the beginning, ulting early can win you fights, and right now they have nothing to stop you from ulting. So we can just ult. If we wait too long, they're going to get their cooldowns back. Hey, Diamond. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're doing really good. Even though I could still spot a couple mistakes, you guys are probably wrong on. We waited a little too long, I think, and we got too close. Like, look at that. Thor can do a lot of damage to you, and if they were looking at you instead of at the D.Va, they could melt you pretty easily. So don't play this close. I get that you're trying to spam whoever's around there, but you can spam these guys just as well. Oh. Yeah, we get anti because we were a bit too far forward and we are sucking, we are shielding. Yeah, this is why you don't want to suck when you're damaged if you have your shield and you have distance. DOS up. It's fine. D.Va has a million mobility, so let her deal with it herself. D.Va is even more survivable than you right now. Like, there is very little chance she will get killed. And if she does, it is her fault. And instead, we are probably gonna get killed ourselves because we push up too far ahead, and we couldn't shield this. Or we could have shielded this, but you started to suck because we just were taking a lot of damage, so we sucked instead of shielding because our Thor was also close, and we were like, okay, we suck because otherwise the Thor can kill me. We suck, we get hooked, and we die. Yeah. Try to help people is okay. D.Va and Ball are probably the only 3 heroes that can sustain themselves enough. I lie, they are probably not the 2 heroes. Like, both who can also sustain by themselves. Zarya doesn't require as much resources as other tanks. Sigma, of course, doesn't need as many resources as other tanks. But you don't have to worry as much about the D.Va. Her current booster cooldown is 4 seconds, so even if she goes in, so long as she has her matrix, only 2 seconds of damage can go in. And when she can get burned down in those 2 seconds, you also send your shield. So it's very difficult for her to get burned down in that little time. Don't use both of your cooldowns. That's fine. We kill Roadhog. We ult here. I'm not sure about it. If Moira has Fade, which I don't know if she has, then she can easily get out of her flags. If Zarya has Bubble, she can easily block the damage from the flags. So these are not the best targets. Then again, I haven't been tracking the resources, so maybe they don't have. Actually, we can just look. Hold on, 8, 9. She will have her +95. So if she has friendly though, so she can probably save Moira at the very least. But if you take your time with it, she can probably bubble it. So you should do it early. And as for the Moira, 8, 9, 10, 11. She doesn't have 5 seconds as well. So yeah, here you can get away with it, and you can probably kill the Zarya. Not Moira because Zarya has friendly, but you can probably kill the Zarya if you just press Q, just click them right away. Yeah, we could go away. That's pretty good. And she didn't even bubble the Moira. You can kill them both here. Nice. We can slap. I'm gonna say it's okay. They wasted Nano there. This is a 1-5. They have no tanks and no Moira. Remember, you should. I'm not gonna say almost always, but knowing that there's an Ana over there, you can turn to face the Ana. Like, I don't think Reaper and Roadhog are gonna kill you when your entire team is here to support you. And being this close to the Reaper doesn't help. So it's gonna get out. We're gonna win, obviously, but good shield. We rock. Moira no Fade. We can shoot her. We are a bit too far forward. We know that there's a Roadhog over here and the Zarya over here. I know that a lot of people take this position, but it's not as good when your entire team is fighting, because you may die. You may just not get the resources that you need to survive. Still, we got payload, so that's the important part. But we have a Roadhog behind us, right? We know that. We saw him go left. Yeah, there he is. Nice. He came back main. He's dead. That's good. We can spam through the door. Yeah. You don't have to come main to, like, again, we don't have to come main. Oh, sorry about that. We can just spam through the door, which again means that we don't need to put our shield up because we have only this place where they can shoot us, and all of this is natural cover. Standing here means that you may have to use your shield or cooldowns. Stop them from vantage point, yeah, that's okay. Like, it's fine. Just keep in mind that if you don't have a 5-1 guaranteed, you probably want to stay with your team, but in that point it was fine. Again, here we can just spam through here rather than going around and shooting them. Because one, we are farther back away, so they have to push around the corner to see us. And two, this is a very short angle, they cannot get you. Just so yeah. This is probably one for you guys though. Reaper coming behind us. He's probably gonna ult behind us. Oh, you got to go with awareness. Careful, Reaper's still behind us. Yeah. We save Zac for when he ults. Yeah, well done. He got focused really hard. That's good. I'll say, yeah, this is probably one. At this point, we are not shooting anymore, but we don't need to. Nice. So from this one, what the best advice I can give you is play more around corners and save your cooldowns to win 1v1s or whatever other type of engagement you got. You are using your cooldowns a little randomly. Try to think before you use them. Don't stop to think about it, because if you stop to think about it, you may slow when reacting. But try to have a reason to use them, right? Especially when you are frontlining. Other than that, use cover off angle if you have to, if you have a Rhine, but I'm not mentioning that as much because we have Rhine for what, like a whole 2 points of 6. Yeah. If you have a Rhine off angle, otherwise, make sure we play with cover. Okay. I'm gonna do one of the other ones so we can look at your Zarya. We won this one. I would rather look at one that we have not won. Is there one? Is there one of the other two that you sent me that you did not win? From Oasis or Blizzard World? Hold timing, yeah, it's not as big though. Like, I feel like the cooldown management and the positioning is more important. Hold timing is alright. Could be better, yeah, but it's not that it's not something that working on will just help you immensely. You could get more value out of your ults, but I do feel like positioning and you think you lost Wizard? Let's hope Wizard then. No, it's fine. I can just Wizard World. We can check live. The advantage of having dual monitors, honestly. Hold on. We are on team 2. And team 1 wins. So yeah, we lost Blizzard World. Let's go for it. Okay. You said you're playing Zarya here. Blizzard World is an okay point to play Zarya. It's not the best, not the worst. If you're like on Havana, or you probably don't want Zarya. If you're on Junkertown, you probably don't want Zarya. But right now, it's okay. Also, I posted, sorry. Okay, let's see what we have when we get closer to. It's worth noting, I cannot tell because I'm on the replay viewer. I cannot tell when you check your team's, like your stats and your team comp, which is I believe tab in position. We'll check. We'll see. I just want to see your entire comp. We'll see. We'll see as we go. Winter Soldier. Okay. So, bubbles. Considering, like, look at their comp, right? We have flanker, healer. You are, again, I'm gonna say you are the only frontline, but this time we have no damage mitigation. Like with Sigma has like a shield and a sack, and he's got like a lot of stuff that can keep him alive. Zarya has this only teeny tiny 200 bubble. So you can keep yourself alive, by doing a lot of damage and pressuring the enemy. What we want for that is first using our bubble to get, like, we need to get 40 energy out of our bubble almost every time. We use our personal to charge our energy, and we use our friendly to save someone in our team. Or to protect someone in your team, right? A good example is, like I said earlier, the point where the ball is most vulnerable is when he pile drives in. Other than that, he's probably fine on his own. So if you see your ball going for a pile drive, bubble. If he's just strolling around, he doesn't need one. And I will even say, if they have no CC, you don't even need to pile drive before he goes in for. You need to bubble before he goes for the pile drive. In this case, yeah, they have Brigida, so bubble him before he pile drives, or he will get stunned by the Brigida and focus down. But I don't know, when he pile drive, he doesn't need a bubble. In this comp, we are probably looking to bubble Reaper the most because he's really, really close range, and he will be taking a lot of damage. Even whether he flanks or not, Reaper is probably going to be in the midst of the fight, so he's probably a good one to bubble. Just make sure that you don't bubble him when he's obviously going to Wraith, because then you will get no value, and you are not helping keeping him alive either. Ideally, you can be on comms and be like, I have bubble for you, Reaper. But if that doesn't work, or if he's not on comms, you can just use your game sense and try to do it when he has already used his Wraith. I think that DPS players have a very simple line. If they're gonna die, they will shoot their cooldowns. I didn't say mind, I said line of play. Just to clear that up. Yeah, just make sure if he isn't in comms, wait for him to Wraith, then bubble. Because he will always Wraith if he's about to die. Let's look at this. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Also, of course, you want to bubble Genji if he goes in for a blade. We want to try to combo grab Blossom, and we want to bubble Ana if she needs help. They're playing up there. Fine. Like, we can just go around left and take the point, and that will force them down. We have a Lucio, so we can easily get there. Not a good bubble. Again, Ball doesn't really need bubbles unless he's going to pile drive. Like, we got no energy because there was no way they hit their ball doing that. We could have a bubble him there, but he's fine. We just play this angle. Ryan is 1v1. You can win most of the time. All you have to do is back out and shoot at him. Because his range is like... Sorry, let me hide. Alright, better off. Because his range is like so close, he has to be like right up on us to do any damage to us. So even if you have very little or no charge, it's better to just back away from him and shoot at him and do damage to him. So that he either has to fire strike us, and if he fire strikes, we bubble. If he tries to get close, we just shoot him and back away. And by the time he closes the distance, we will have done a lot of damage. Or if he shields, we can just wait, back up a little bit, because he's slower when he's pushing forward. So he will never catch us. We back out. No. I think you were trying to get bubble charge by doing that, but don't do that. Just save it for fire strike, because he can cancel that. He can cancel his ring, and just keep your distance. This is probably a good moment to bubble your Reaper though. Not entirely necessarily. He can probably kill the Rhino on his own, but yeah, it encourages him to go forward. We didn't get a ton of value, but it's okay. We should be pushing that Reinhardt. Soldier's not right, we don't have to worry about the soldier. Like, the fact that the soldier is here means that we could rotate to point easier, because if the soldier tries to push, we can push the tanks. Instead, we go for the soldier. Soldier's Ashe is dead, actually. Now there's a Zarya on left, and she's alone. You can take that 1v1, your entire team is with you. Yeah. That's fine. We play the corner. Now that the Reaper is dead and Wall is gone out, this is probably lost. We just want to get out with our charge. Just wait for it to be healed. This is fine. We are spamming from distance. We bubble, we get energy. That's good. thus far, I think your personal bubbles have been mostly fine. Like the one we used against Ryan wasn't worth it. Other than that, have been fine. Your flanges have not been as good, but not bad overall. We got a pick. We can definitely go in now. We bubble Genji. There is not always a reason to bubble Genji. Like we got a little charge, but we don't need charge right now, and it's not like he's slow. We back out. We keep killing Ryan. Yeah, nice. That's what you do. You just back out and shoot at Ryan. You're doing that pretty okay. We get put back, but we want to close the distance, really. We just shoot. You have pretty decent mechanics, by the way, so that's solid. It's definitely winnable. We bubble the Genji when he goes for his ult. We turn around and focus the Ryan, who's alone on point. Let the Genji handle himself. There's like let Genji and Soldier handle themselves. Our job is to kill the Ryan. We are basically, if we kill the Ryan, we win the fight. He may die anyway. Yeah, he dies anyway. This is okay. We are playing, like, again, we have no... First, we are way too far from our team. We should have been helping them kill the Ryan. Like, look at this. We push way too aggro. Keep in mind, you have basically no damage mitigation. The only damage mitigation you have is a 200 HP bubble. So we shouldn't be this far out. Like, you can kill the Ashe, yeah, even though she has a Mercy Pocket. The fight is won, we can kill them. Just make sure not to overextend. Like, if you stand here, that's fine, but your team is not near you, so they're actually on a 2v1. You're actually losing here. Again, oh, you were 6 on that one. We push in, we bubble. We should, if you keep in mind, if you use bubble, especially with the team you have, you're basically saying, as soon as the bubble is out, I have to be safe. If I'm not safe when the bubble runs out, I'm probably gonna die. We move even further forward, we're probably gonna die here. That's a yeet. They have nothing to eat it, but we're at 83 health, and no one in our team can push that. You were indeed about to eat a grab. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is that getting aggro is not bad, but write it down a little bit. There are times and times to get aggro, and right now is not the time. Because we are basically like... Oh, I've been muted. Sorry, I've been muted for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how long I've been muted. Did I have it? Have I been muted for the entire time since I hydrated? Please tell me I haven't. But yeah, we were playing 2 aggro here. And basically you're in a 2v1 against the Mercy and the Ashe. And 45 seconds. Okay, that's not too bad. Basically, we should have turned around and help our team kill the Ryan and clean up the point. We push to aggro. We should have played safe in the corner. I don't know how much of that I heard. If your bubble runs out, the bubble right now is your only damage mitigation. So you want to make sure that when the bubble runs out, you are 100% safe. Or at least like 90% safe. So that, because otherwise you are basically like, kill me, kill me. And yeah, they just try to kill you very hard. And you are now at like 83 health, 80 health. Very low. And we die. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good grab. Like, look at this, you got 2. But no one was ready to follow up on it. Right? And I will say, even if your entire team was here, because you saw the ball, no one would have been able to follow up on it. Because you are not on comms. I guess comms are on this side. Comms are always on this side. So because you're not on comms, they did not know that you were gonna grab, so they weren't ready. So keep that in mind. Unless you're in comms, you are probably going to have to give your team at least 2 seconds to follow up on that. So I would say solo grabbing the Zarya would have been more useful than grabbing those 2, because she was in a position your team could have maybe followed up. But sadly, we just died. Sorry, you're this one now. Right. Kenji's dead, we are dead, we should regroup here. Our team is going in, use the group up button. We are still down one. We don't go to aggro. Reaper's going for an ult. They grab us. Okay, Bubble. Like, we see someone in full energy, so I thought we could follow ourselves. At this rank, it's always difficult to follow up yourself. Keep in mind that what grab does is keep someone in the same place, like very still, so they are a lot easier to focus down. But if you are by yourself, you only have one person to focus someone down, right? If instead you have like 6 people in your team and there's a single person in the grab, you can burn them in like half a second because they cannot dodge. This is lost. We use nulls here. We just die on the payload. There is no way we get out here, so we just die. Yeah. Don't stall it out. Like, I know you have 70 energy, but there is no way you survive this. Just die and regroup. Yeah. Like, of course, I say this. There are situations where you can follow up on yourself, but there are less often than not. So keep that in mind, and at least make sure your team is drawing aggro if you're gonna try to follow up on yourself. If you're both drawing aggro and trying to follow up, it's gonna be very difficult. Reaper is going for an ult. Again, we bubble the ball. Ball doesn't need bubbling most of the time. We should have bubble Genji instead, maybe. We are low. We bubble, but we're gonna die. Yeah. We went a little drug there again. Like, again, we don't have to push past this choke until they go back, right? You can play here. If they damage you, we back out. We are safe here. We are safe here. Also, it's difficult for a Ryan to heal you all the way over there. Like, keep that in mind. Your only heals are Diana. Don't count on Brick because Brick doesn't do like any healing unless she's right with you. And by pushing past the choke, Diana cannot see. You're out of the line of sight. So pushing past the choke means we have no cover, and it means we have no heals. So especially without any damage mitigation, we're probably gonna die if you push past the choke against a Ryan Zarya comp. If we had a round Ryan, probably fine, but because we don't, a little more difficult. Alright, let's see. Alright, instead. Alright, instead. Don't spam me healing. You don't need healing yet. We bubble, we get some energy, that's fine. We can just stay in the stairs. We don't have to, like, again here, we play with cover, right? You can spam from here, or you can even spam from here if you want. Spamming from the open is just telling guys that you are open to be shot. Ball's going in. Our Genji has ult, so we probably want to save Bubble for when he goes in. Oh, Reaper is going for an ult. No. That is for when you are basically front-lining a Zarya. Like, if you're playing Rein Zarya, you can be a lot more aggressive with your bubbles because Rein has the damage mitigation, right? And what you're doing is you're adding pressure via damage. So if you're playing Rein Zarya, what you want to do is you make sure you maximize your damage output and let your Rein get some damage in as well. So you let your Rein know, and whenever he's swinging, you bubble him, and you use your personal bubble for energy as well. That's pretty good. But you don't have to be saving your bubble for like a teammate in danger if you have a Rein, because basically you have a Rein, you have a big shield. In your case, though, you don't have a shield. Little gold player couldn't stay. That's sad, but at the same time, we did push out of line of sight, so I'd say 50-50. Also, Lucio had beat, so that's okay. Beat is worth it. Beat is worth staying on for. In either case, if you have to say like we need more sustain, you can. I don't think typing is easier in easy in console, right? That's something. It's fine. In either case, I was saying, Ryan Zarya, you can use your bubbles, both of your bubbles for energy, or you can use the one on Ryan for energy, and you can use your own to defend and or put a little pressure. You can basically use them a lot more flexibly when you have someone else that's the front line. But when you are alone in the front line and there is no other damage mitigation, you definitely want to save them for to help your teammates, right? Because otherwise they may just be focused down. Like if imagine the Brig sees someone, we need to bubble that person. If we had a Ryan, then Ryan would be up here. You can type in chat. Yeah, you can type in chat. I imagine so. Like if you had a Ryan here, then Brig would have a much harder time, right? Pushing past the Ryan to stun someone. Or they would have a much harder time, like Ash wouldn't be able to shoot past the shield. So Ryan is your damage mitigation in that case, right? Just having the Ryan shield means that you can use both of your bubbles for energy, and you use your damage to apply pressure and to create space. But because we are not playing with like any other damage mitigation, especially, even if we have a D.Va, it wouldn't be enough, but maybe a Sigma would be enough, maybe an Orisa would be enough, even though they don't, of course, they don't go as well with Zarya as Ryan does. But because we don't have any other damage mitigation, you 100% want to keep your bubbles to help your teammates. You're basically the only way they have to survive. We bubbled the... Yeah, good job. We bubbled the Reaper to make sure he doesn't get stunned or burnt down during his ult. Even if he doesn't get a kill, that's good enough. We get energy and we get cooldowns out of them. And now we are also blading, nano blading. So we can definitely push. They're not going to be looking at you. We kill the Ryan. We turn around because the Ryan charges away and we kill the backline. We should have bubbled Genji there because we saw him for a second, but like just bubble the Genji when he goes for the nano blade if you have it. We could have prevented him from getting hit by that. If you had bubbled earlier, I think you could have won that. I think you still can win this, but with Bob right next to us and in the grab, it's going to be very difficult. But please don't use grab. I think it's lost. Yeah, we do as much damage as we can. Zarya is killable, but basically, if we had managed to bubble the Genji a bit earlier, he would not have been hit by the dynamite. He would still have HP. He would have been able to follow up on a kill because he would have a dash reset. He would have killed the Zarya, and then we could have won the fight. It's hypothetical, but if one of your teammates, especially in a team comp that doesn't have any other damage mitigation, like I said with the Reaper, who's now Soldier, if your teammate is going in for an ult, just pop them. You are basically guaranteed to get energy, and you're basically guaranteed to help them get value out of their ult. I don't think it was your fault, by the way, but you could have helped and it might have made a difference. It would have given you, I don't know, maybe a 5% chance, 5% higher chance to win that. So, always worth it. Just bubble whoever is shooting an ult. Especially because it's two, right? It's nano blade, not just blade. But now we have a free grab. They have like nothing. They have both, but doesn't count. We can just grab one or two. That's right, chat. We can grab one or two people, and just grabbing one or two people will win us the fight. That's on like he's not taking much damage. He's behind the pillar and he's ball. That's a wasted bubble. It's fine. Sometimes you are not paying attention. You are focused on something else. I just remark it so that you keep it in mind for next time. Maybe next time you will see him again, like the exact same situation, and your brain, instead of going like, oh, I don't know, it's fine. We are all a bit tired sometimes. Maybe your instinctive reaction will be like, oh, I have to bubble him, he's ulting. And you will, and extra 5% chance to win the fight. Dio has no matrix. Like, as soon as this matrix goes down, which we grab, right? We grab whatever we can. Bit tilted 2, again, that's fine. It happens. It happens to everyone. But yeah, as soon as this matrix goes down, we have a free grab because there's 1 second where she cannot stop us. All we have to do is push forward, wait for her to go put down the ground, and then we just grab. I will grab here to make sure that the Brigida is there, and you can probably get the Mercy. You can maybe get the D.Va, right? And our team's here with us. Matrix is down, you just grab. You can even I would honestly I would grab these two. Diva and Mercy right now. We let the rest go off. We should have grabbed earlier, but this is still winnable. We lost no one in our team. They use both of their supporters, so if we can, we want to play very safely because they have a lot of healing right now. We have to wait. If we're probably not gonna win the fight until both supporters right now. Brick is never. You don't have to. You don't need you don't need to bubble anyone for the brick. That's a good call. She doesn't do much damage. It's fine. She will never kill you, no matter how your energy levels are. That's also a good grab opportunity. Yeah, that's pretty good. We didn't have to reload there. We were already pretty high. But you reloaded one thing. Still okay. We'll probably win this fight. Genji's going in. We can bubble if you want to. Leave us there. We don't have to chase her. We just stay on point. Yeah. This is probably one fight anyway. Good pick. We just play here. Hitting to grab on Diva and these were held off. Okay, so the secret with Diva is that whenever you push forward a little bit, Divas at these ranks especially, or even lower ranks or whatever, they will use their matrix, right? Because they're gonna be like, oh, the Zarya walked forward like 2 steps. Especially also if you use your bubble and reload. Like, you know that a lot of Zaryas like to you start walking forward, use the bubble, reload, and grab. So you can bait the M out by like walking forwards, reloading, and even using your bubble if you want to, and Diva with matrix. And as soon as you see the matrix go down, you have 1 second to throw it out. So be ready. But yeah, basically we can just stand here. We just stand here until the point gets until the payload gets to the point. Pretty good. And we get the point. Now we move up a little bit. Now Genji's ulting. Okay, we bubble the Genji. Yeah. We just move forward and try to kill someone. Yeah, good job. Let Lucio handle. Like I said earlier, basically you. I don't want to say the entire front line, but you are the most front line your team has right now. Let Lucio move the payload, move forward, take space. Like you did with Sigma the other time, you can move all the way up to here easily, right? So the payload can move up to here easily. You can even play here if you wanted, so you have to be ready to retreat if they push you. Speed up a little bit. Yeah, playing here is fine. Just play near the corner. The closer you play to the corner, better, because, you know, more cover. You have to walk less between cover and poking. I think we're just second right, that's fine. Good bubble, a little early, but it's okay. That's an okay bubble. Like, I know I said you should always do it when he pile drives, but he's getting shot and you are looking to get energy, you know, to protect him this time. And that's okay because the fight hasn't actually started. Genji gets melted though, we have to wait for that. And we got a pick. And we got 2 picks. Yeah, this is very winnable. Don't be afraid to get close, right? Like, this is Diva Brig. If you get close, you and Hammond can kill them. Like, neither of them has enough damage for the... Like, Diva has damage mitigation, but not against you. So you can just come closer and melt the Diva with your... Not a lot of energy, but she will probably missile you, and you can use your bubble. So you get energy, you get a lot of damage in, you can probably counter the grab. That's fine, yeah, we bubble that. That's free energy, and they use not. Now we just wait for a second. That's a decent beat, yeah. We play here so that the soldier can shoot us. And if he goes around the corner, we back out a little bit further. We can push the Diva, yeah. Diva should be out of mech. You can save the bubble, you can say, yeah, you should have bubbled the ball. He's probably gonna die, but... Yeah. You are one up, but they're closer to spawn, so I'm not sure. Maybe you can still win this. They grab. You know what? I just say die here. They use a lot of ults. Yeah, we just die here. That's fine. Yeah. I think that's fine. They use like look at this. Hold on. They use literally every ult there, but the Bob. And we use 3 ults, 4 ults if we just use Nano. But we have grab blade. We should be fine to win the next fight. Now you told me you're spamming to get maybe Lucio to change or Ana to go Moira. Those are okay options. They went Sigma. So against Sigma, you just literally walk up to him and kill him. Zarya is actually a harder 1v1 for Sigma than Roadhog is because both of his CCs do not work on Zarya, right? If he tries to rock you, just bubble. If he tries to eat your damage, it's beam. He cannot eat damage. So you can actually do a lot more against Sigma than a Roadhog. We're just a little bit in the open here. Again, play closer to the corner. Just a little bit nitpicky, like I'm gonna say you maybe should be like here, so you can duck undercover if you have to, but just a little bit nitpicky. I think you were trying to go for the bubble on the ball there, but you just stepped in front of us. But that would have been a good bubble. That's not a hit. I don't know if the Genji is ready to follow up. I have them to go at you more reliable. Yeah, probably Moira then. Moira would have been good, but I think they were playing like for the Nano Blade. Like Ana nanoed Genji in the last fight, even though he was at like 75% and didn't have it. So I think they may be even playing together for a Nano Blade. And Lucio is not a bad choice, but yeah, maybe Moira could have been better. In the case, I don't want to say there's nothing you can do about it, but spamming the I need healing button is usually annoying for the healers. They're like, you make them think they're actually doing bad, and you make them think that you are blaming them. Of course, not having comms, it makes it a lot more difficult to relay your message. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can get in voice comms and there's someone in there, maybe you'll get lucky every now and then. Just try getting voice comms and even mute yourself if you have to. We did the grab. If the Genji was ready to go in, like if he has his dash, then this is a good move because he can dash in, blade, and kill at least 2 people. I'm gonna check actually. Does Genji have... He does not have his dash, so he's not ready to go in. Which may be a problem. Again, you did the grab, and like I said, without comms, you should expect that your teammates will take 2 seconds to act on it. So you should be grabbing somewhere they can get value after 2 seconds pass. So grabbing here would have been better when you could, like at this distance rather than at this distance. Now it doesn't look like much, but your teammates have basically no way of closing the distance unless Lucio is right on the... Like the main difference would be that if you called it and your teammates were able to hear, Lucio would just speed it in, right? Lucio would just go, okay, speed, and we can just run into them and kill them all. But instead, we have to wait for Lucio to speed or people to walk forward. Hello, Dead Optics. Thank you for coming. Or should I say, wait, fuck. What's your ult that you play with Sideshow with? I forget. I think it's as a W. Okay. But yeah, here, now he has ult. He's gonna ult. But, so it's the Wild Rage, that's the one. He probably can still get fixed, but it's a lot later than if he had dash at the beginning, he could have just dashed in, get his blade out, dash again, kill a few, and fight one. Instead, it's a little bit more difficult. It probably still winnable though, yeah. There's Bob, we should bubble. Bubble and back out. Go get the mega. Like, we bubble, we go get the mega. There's a mega right there. We just drop here. If we drop here, Bob can shoot us, and we get the mega for health. Oh, 1. We drop, that's good, we just get the mega. Oh, no, go get the mega. We should have gotten the Mega there. We're playing safe still, but getting the Mega would mean that you are a full health now, and we can be aggressive, right? Then we have to wait to heal. Good spam. 2 picks. We bubble the ball, who's pile driving. Good job. That's an unlucky rest. It's fine. We get rogue. Shoot at them. We beat. That's very big. You probably can complete this, honestly. You just shoot at them. Zarya's dead. That's really big. We bubble that because Soldier is on the left and he's ulting. Please bubble your ball here. We bubble Soldier instead. That's just... You could have bubbled the ball a little bit earlier, but let's just say maybe a little more practice, but it's okay. Now it may be more difficult. You have to bubble and melt down the Doomfist. He gets away. We need to walk forward and touch the point at this point. They had diamond support, so tank DPS were diamond with the Pladuction Galdana. We got one if you had reliable healing. If you had... I always say that the healers are very important. If you had more reliable healers, you could have won. We don't know. Maybe if we were playing a little bit more defensive, we could also have won. Less chances, but a little bit more likely. So yeah, there's always variables, right? And we're just trying to look at your play. Like, there's nothing you can do about your team, right? But there's something you can do about yourself. We need to... We were walking back. We should go to the point. I don't know if you're gonna even get to touch. We don't kill Doomfist. That's... We could have killed Doomfist. It's okay. We just have to go to the point. This is probably... Yeah, this is probably a loss right here because their spine is a lot closer. We just have to hope... Yeah, no, it's lost. I was gonna say we just have to go kill the Mega and hope that maybe we can grab, but... We still got it pretty far. We are still Zarya, this is fine. We have Zarya ball again, looks like. We are still spamming. Okay, now, see, now you definitely need more healing. Honestly, I don't know. Mercy is easier to get healing out of. Ana, at high ranks and especially NPC, Ana is really good because it's easier to aim. I imagine Ana is definitely much lower than on value than on PC on console because you have to aim to hit her shots. So Mercy might actually be an upgrade, but Mercy Lucio is usually not enough healing for like any comp. The only comp you would see this little healing in would be if you were playing Mercy Sen and maybe just trying to kill people immediately, but probably not doable without a lot of coordination. So probably just not enough healing. We are a bit too far ahead here. If we want to spam, you should be behind the statue. You can spam the same from here, right? Like look at this, right? We are 2 for power there. If you want to get value, this is good, but you can still get the door from all the way back here, right? You just have to aim a little higher. And it makes it a lot easier to get out. We bubble, I think, because you think you could have... You should support to get value when you have Bola, Storm. Yeah, it's like I said, this is probably not the best pick. You probably want a Moira, or maybe Otis, maybe even a Sen, like I said. So you can... Sen would actually be okay here, because you can focus someone down. But I don't think you guys have the target focus. Like, a team, an ideal quote-unquote... Yeah, Zarya has to play safe. Like, I said that before. You have to play defensive and use your bubbles for safety. And I said that at the beginning, I'm pretty sure. In the case, yeah, you use your bubble. You thought you were going to stuck. Unlucky. We didn't get stuck. We used our bubble and our curve died to the stick, which is very unlucky. You play behind the corner, we stay behind the corner. Closer to the point would be ideal, but your ball is a little aggro, so that's fine. You should bubble him there. He went for the pile drive, got untied, used his shield, so you can definitely bubble him there. He's getting focused pretty hard. We definitely bubble him now, but we are only even. You're probably dead here. You're not dead here, but we should definitely play in the corner here, so that they cannot get any shots at us. Especially because they have Echo who can take the high ground and or just come above us. We should be playing like safe under the, like here under the. We can hide here. We can hide with this, right? Someone's on your right, yeah. Again, we don't have to push them. It's better for you to play around the corner. You have to play with cover. If we push past the cover, then we have a lot of focus, and as soon as your bubble is gone, you're basically gonna die unless you're safe. Like, your bubble is gone now, right? And we are not safe. We are not anywhere near safe. They can just step on the point and kill us. If, like I said earlier, with this kind of comp where you are only playing, when you basically have no shield or no damage mitigation, your bubble is your only lifeline. And you have to play behind some, obviously not this, right? But behind some type of cover, or you have to make sure that when your bubble runs out, you are like 90% safe at least. 100 would be ideal. So what you probably would want is either this, which say is the 90, this is 90% safe because they can still come at you from there, and this would be the 100% safe, right? Because it's a lot easier to see people coming from the left and shoot people here. But here is just a little bit risky, and you probably, I'm not gonna say you lose this fight because everyone is here and they maybe don't have the target focus to put it down, but we took a lot of damage. And there's a monkey behind us. We got a monkey, that's pretty good. Okay. This might be winnable. Torb is pushing forward. You can bubble the Torb, make sure he's probably gonna get you value because Zarya's shooting at him. And you allow him to push the Zarya, right? We don't bubble him though. He can't push and they get out. You are poking a little bit, again, we are poking a little bit too open. Like, you might want to move closer to, like, you can stand here or here. Just stand a little closer, make your position closer to a place where you can get safe shorter, right? Playing in the open like this means to get you cover, you have to walk either here or all the way here. Whereas if you were playing closer to one of them, you would only have to take a few steps to get to a much safer position, right? Echo just got behind us. We're probably dead here, yeah. We just took too much damage while being in the open. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's definitely lost. We should regroup. That's a soldier above us, but you cannot know that yet. Now we know that. I can hear him shooting. Yeah, we turn around. Be careful again. If you're basically the only one looking at the front line, so you're basically our only front line, so you have to be looking forward. Ball going for the pile drive. Bubble, nice. They grab. Soldiers ulting from above still again. Let's say this is probably a lost fight. We beat, we invest B. I'm pretty sure it's still lost, but we bulk as well. We are investing a lot of ults here. We mine, we use everything. We come all the way to get the Mega. We're trying to play safe, but our team is in the middle of an engagement right now. So, and you're basically the most consistent damage the team has. I'm not saying you have to do all the work, but you have to play defensive and still apply pressure. This is fine. Again, we should be backing out a little bit. Like, I don't think this is a great position to hold, but move closer to this. We chase this area, she dies. Smoke is on us. We're trying to kill the Mercy. Good target priority. You have pretty solid target priority and pretty solid aim. You're probably used to aim on console, I would say. Thus far, your biggest quote-unquote shortcomings have been your cooldown experiment, like your bubbles and your rogues and Sigma. I think that's your most. That's where you could work on the most, and it will definitely make you better. And of course, positioning, like cover, especially play on cover. Ball is going for a pile drive. We can bubble that. We bubble a little late. Again, we are playing in the open here. We should be playing like probably here. You can spam the same, right? Zarya's right click has no drop off, so you can spam this. Your spam does the same damage from this distance, or even if you were like standing on the bridge and shooting just by chance, it would do the same damage. We don't have to be close to spam. We don't need to bubble the monkey damage. We can bubble Bob if you want. He'll probably get shot at least. Mercy's powering the Bob. That's okay. He's dead, and we can now hold here, right? Bubble your Mercy. We save the Mercy. We keep the front line. We have no energy, which is not great, but we are playing a little bit aggro. Again, we are using the payload that like I think this exemplifies it perfectly. We are trying to use the payload as a little bit of extra cover, but the payload only provides this cover, and they can shoot through here. They can shoot through here. They can come this way and shoot through here. They can come this way and shoot through here. They can shoot you from above. Like guys can just toss a dynamite over the payload, right? Like the payload is not good cover. Don't unless it's an emergency. Don't try to use it as cover. Not rely on natural cover a lot more. It's a lot safer. Like if you're here, the only places you can shoot you is from here, right? Unless they go all the way around. We have grab. We should be looking to grab, knowing that our turf has ult. So they have no damage mitigation themselves. Like they have bulk, maybe, but it's not gonna be enough. So if you ult and your turf is close, he's gonna ult. Or if he ults first, you can just grab on top of it. Just make sure you grab first in line of sight of Thor, so he can see his ult. Try not to do like, try to do on your side of the choke. Like as soon as they push, then maybe you can grab, so that everyone can get damage in, because you know, like Ash is playing back here and Mercy and Lucio are back here. So if we go insane and grab like their spawn, no one is gonna get any value. Where's Thor, by the way? Thor is all the way there. But yeah, basically, as soon as they pick around, we can grab, like maybe even grab the wall, and we can get value out of that. Everyone can shoot at them, and they can die. What is going on? I just heard Thor says his ult is ready. I think he's trying to combo with you. We should have. I'm gonna say we should have bubbled that for energy, because we are at 40 and we are at 0. We could be at 40 and we are about to grab, right? That's a bit far away. Like you should have probably want to grab here, so you get the iron and this area. You eat it again, and as a result, you are the only one who's going to be able to push on it, because your team is not ready to push past the corner, right? Like this is a great grab, don't get me wrong, but once more, your team is not ready to go. The turret is there. If the turret is ult, that could be really good. But yeah, bubble, shooting. We try to go for mines. We get a pick, so that's solid. But yeah, if you had waited like 1 or 2 more seconds and grabbed him a little bit closer to the choke, then it could have been a really big. You got all of them anyway, right? And they used Bulk as well. But we used 3 ults, and we got 1 pick. Well, 2 picks, 3 picks, but 2 of these are just ball, not grab. Still, we won the fight, which is what matters. Yeah, Thor tries to combo with the multiple counters. Again, if we had grab like here, maybe it would have been easier for your entire team to burst out the bubble. But because it was literally only you and you at low energy, and Thor trying to burst it down with his ult, the bubble stayed for a very long time, right? And Thor couldn't get any come in, any of his kumis in. So if you had Grab a little bit more forward, and maybe the Ashe, and maybe the I don't know, even the Lucio, but of course mostly the Ashe power boosted, was just shooting at the bubble to break it with you, then Thor could have probably got some of his ult in there. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because no one else could see it, because the bubble was there, because no one else could see it, because everyone else in the team was too far back and the grab was a little bit too far forward, we couldn't burst the bubble down fast enough because it was literally only you and Thor who could shoot at it. Instead, if it had been like here, then everyone can shoot at it, the bubble goes down, and they all die to the monkey, to the Thorbolt. Let's keep looking though. We bubble ball to get energy, this is fine. We throw Bob in there, again, this is fine. Just hold this defensive position. This is a good position to hold. If we need to, we can back out. This is fine. Monkey behind us. We can burn him down. He got nano? Yeah, he got nano primal. I take it back. We cannot burn him down. He's nano primal. You can try to hit him, but I would honestly just let him do whatever he wants because he's nano primal, so you're never gonna burst him down. And instead, just turn around and focus on whoever's left on back in the front line. Yeah, we can burn them the Zarya. Or the Ana. They use two ults, they get one value. But they win the fight. Let's wait until you come back.
Just like in training.
This is fine, we're just waiting to go back in. You can take the high ground here, by the way. I know that Zarya isn't quote-unquote a high ground character like a lot of hits can, but you can still use the high ground to your advantage. You can like come up here. First, you can chase the Echo off. You can win the 1v1 against Echo. You can come high ground. Chase Echo off. You can play from here, right? You can shoot them from here. It's very safe. You have all this cover and all this cover. It's a lot of safe. You can also shoot at them from behind. Like you can pick here when they are below you and shoot at the back line. Or you can even go like over here and kill them if you want to. Just keep in mind, high ground is okay. If you have the time to take it, which you do right now, you can go take it. We want to bubble our ball, he's gonna die otherwise. Yeah, that's okay. We cannot afford to lose him before the fight goes on. That's the right, be careful. That's a good beat. We play safe. That I don't think that was a necessary bubble. Maybe you were trying to bubble ball. Mercy did not need the bubble. James personal here. You should be using yeah. I think this is lost. They got point. Because they just got point, we just want to go and die on the card. Like there's no way we are getting out with a Lucio dead. So we just go down the guard and regroup, right? We are just wasting time. We just go die in the guard and regroup. Let's speed up a little bit.
Perseverance is the key.
So again, we have Grab. We're gonna have Tamsin and we have a Reaper now. So Grab can get a lot more value now because Reaper can just walk in and kill everyone in the Grab. Just again, make sure you are in a position where your team can see the Grab. So now Reaper should be playing closer to the front line. So if they bubble or if they bubble, bubble, you should be able to get a lot more value just because Reaper will be there. Like honestly, you can solo grab the monkey if you want to, and by using one ult, you can just win this fight. Like look at this, right? We just grab the monkey and the Reaper just kills him, and we just win the fight. Two grabs on your side. If you're 12 volts, you can probably win this. They have, I don't want to say they have no ult to contest it because they could Echo or Monkey, Nano Monkey or whatever they want to, but because they have no damage mitigation. If your third volts and that's good correctly, you can probably win this. No, he gets killed. That's unlucky. He gets melted down before ulting. Again, like I said earlier, if you're gonna grab, we should be aware that our team will probably take 1 or 2 seconds to respawn, unless we're in comms, which we are not. But I think that was a fine grab. I don't think that was her fault. I think that was just, I don't want to say unlucky, but I think it was okay. This is dead. We probably want to go like D.Va. The point is there. I think you can start Zarya if you want. I don't think you're gonna build another grab, so keep that in mind. But I would go D.Va here, if only because I can get back faster and I can get more value. But it's fine if you want to stay Zarya. How you get rest? We just die on payload. I don't think you can win this fight. Good pick, but I think we just stay on payload and try to die on payload. Balder Reaper, yeah, that's pretty good. We have high energy. Get the Mega. Good job. And Thor just ulted on the point. We just stay on the point. We can kill the Zarya, yeah. Yeah, get out of the bubble. Zarya's dead. This is a one fight. Nice. Boys, pile driving. We bowled that. Oh, he pile drive the high ground. Monkey's fine. Nice. We should use bubble here for... The fight is basically won at this point, so it is fine to use bubbles for charge. We target prioritize Diana, that's pretty good. I noticed that your target priority is... You was going to swap the for rest. Yeah, that makes sense. But you got rest and it won the fight. You won the fight, so it's fine. I was gonna say... Your target priority is pretty good. I've noticed you go for these healers a lot when you can. So, target priority, pretty good. Aim, pretty good. Mostly cooldown management. And playing with corners, right? Corners. We can kill that. We can kill the Echo. Yeah, nice. They have a hog now. So, be careful. That's all I want to say. If hog hooks you, you're pretty much done. I know you have a bubble. But if he hooks you, he can break the bubble in like one shot and melee. So, very careful. And now that they have a hog, we should be saving the bubble, right? We should 100% be saving the bubble. As long as he has hook. If he has hook, we can use it. Because it's about the same cooldown. But other than that, we should be using it. We should be saving it for when he has hook. For when he hooks someone. Again, we bubble the Reaper. But he was wraithing out. We don't have to bubble him. Because he's wraithing. You get like 20 charge, but that's not worth it. Like, imagine if you could bubble this instead. Now he's gonna come down, maybe get hooked. They have a Bastion now, so especially careful now. But yeah, he's gonna... Position, resource management. Yeah, I think those are the two big ones. A little bit of fault passage, but I think it's not as big as the other two. Imagine if you had bubble for him, right? That's one pick, that's pretty good. You've been having a hard time playing in the open before they had Bastion. 200%, now you want to play behind cover, right? You cannot poke. You can only poke for a second if you have bubble, and you can only shoot for one or twice with right click, and then you have to get back in cover immediately. Now that they have a Bastion, it's gonna be incredibly difficult for you to push past this shock, right? Because of that. We get some value, we back out, yeah. That's fine, that's fine. That's as far as you want to go. We can, by the way, we should be holding this corner still. Because if we hold this corner, we can shoot whatever comes here, right? Like, okay, hold on, let me just go forward a little bit. Like, much with like the Sigma thing I explained earlier. If you hold this corner, they have to move past this to shoot you, whereas you can just poke and shoot this way, right? But by backing out all the way here, what you are doing is you are allowing the Bastion to move and set up again without the need of being pressured. He's not being pressured while he moves. So the way to beat Bastion is by using corner. The best way to use Bastion is by using corner. And just waiting for him to be mid-rotation, because he has to move. He's not sitting on the payload. If he were sitting on the payload, it would be a bit more difficult because the payload just moves. But as it is, he has to get up and move to get a new sideline. So you can just play here, and when he gets up, you push and you try to maul him, right? So you should definitely be playing up here. You're basically giving up all of this space for free, and letting the Bastion get a new sideline to shoot at your team. We move up a little bit, but we're still playing here, which is not where we want to be. Bastion get nanoed, we cannot even poke that anymore, we just have to bubble and hide. Yeah, like your bubble lasted like 1/10 of a second because it's a nano Bastion. Beat is okay. We should, if you see him for a second, you should bubble the Reaper. I just saw him get grabbed, like get hugged, hooked, that's the word. Oh, I don't like that one. Like, what? I'm gonna just ask, what's the point of grabbing the Bastion? He's not gonna move anyway, right? So, this is a wasted grab, but it's okay. Sometimes we all just waste stuff. Just keep in mind that there are some characters you don't want to grab, like Bastion when he's alone, or Moira when she's alone, or Reaper. They can't get out. Like, yeah, we use ults, but basically Reaper wins it. Like, we could have said both grab and come for the next fight, right? Because Reaper got 3 picks himself, 4 picks himself, and all we did was basically keep the Bastion in one place and shoot Torv come all over him. Which wasn't necessary, really. That was a weird bug. Did anyone see the weird bug there? We're fine not bubbling that. We should bubble that though. Yeah, good bubble. Oof, almost. You can kill him. You can kill him. You can bubble. Yeah, you can just kill him. Just kill him. Yeah. Oh, I think you hesitated for a second and didn't kill him, but that's fine. Like, if your aim had been just 5% better, he would have died. It's fine. We can't do anything about that sometimes. What you do have is a D.Va behind you, right? We should turn around and try to pressure the D.Va. Yeah. Bubble that, yeah. Careful going out. There's a Mega behind you can get as well. I don't know if it's available, but not yet. I don't know if you had seen that, but yeah. Don't bother with the Bulky Mercy. You will never get them. You missed. Oh, that's unlucky. It's fine. Like I said, we all have battles from time to time. Don't bother with the Bulky Mercy. Instead, go for the front line. Like, we need to get that, not the Mercy. We can kill him. Yeah, we just kill him before his cultures off. There's someone behind us. Yep, there's the Roadhog behind us. You just die on point. This is another, like, look. We have no healing. Our body's dead. We just die on point. We just walk to the point, stall it for as long as we can, charge as much of the grab as we can, and die on point. We didn't bubble the Torb either. Like, bubbling the Torb would have been useful because... hello? There we go. Bubbling the Torb would have been pretty good because if he lived for another 2 seconds, which is what the bubble gives you, he could probably have charged his ult, right? Which is pretty useful against Bastion. You just shoot it and he can't position there. We just did use bubble. It's okay though. Like, it was the fight was definitely lost. It was just a couple more seconds of stall. Now, like, with this time to go, we definitely want to go D.Va. Just to stall the payload. We went Roadhog. I think you're trying to hook the Bastion. But I'm gonna say, if you want to counter the Bastion, Sigma is probably your better option. You can just rock him instead. But I'm gonna say that you should have just gone D.Va to get back to the point faster, and you can need the Bastion. You know, D.Va is probably the choice. And yeah, if we had gone D.Va or Sigma, we could have just eaten this all. Instead, we get busted back, yeah, and we can attach. So yeah, we should have probably gone D.Va or Sigma. Probably D.Va to get back to the point. We can just eat that and get to the point. You went to hook back shot. Yeah, that's fine. I understand the reasoning. It's not bad reasoning. Like hook is also hook ball is also pretty solid, but I don't think you should have won Diva just because of the payload, how close the payload was. We are little years. I understand. But yeah, basically just because of how you guys do to get to the payload, you should have gone Diva. But that's nitpicking a little bit. Like it's in the last 10 seconds of the game. But yeah. So I think overall on both of your characters, most that I can see is cooldown management and a little bit of positioning. I don't want to say a little bit of positioning. Playing behind corners is a really big deal for tanks, but it's not that difficult to fix because all you have to do is when you're playing in the open, look around, and when you see a corner, you will be reminded, and you will be like, "Oh right, I should be playing closer to the corner," and you will just move a step, right? So playing behind corners is a little bit easier to work on. You can just move behind the corners a little bit more often. On your cooldown management, try to think. Yeah, Diva was the choice. It's okay though. Like 5 seconds of the game, not gonna make a big difference. Um, on cooldown management, before the game starts or before a fight begins, but especially before the game starts, look at your composition and think when should I be using my cooldowns, right? Like for Zarya, if you have like a ball, you should be like, all right, if the ball pile drives, I've got to use my cooldown. If the Reaper uses his Wraith, then when he goes slow, I have to use his cooldown. If the Mercy goes for the rest, then I have to use the bubble, right? We should be thinking about when you're gonna use the cooldowns before the game starts. Will at least give you a base of reasoning to just use them whenever you see that situation happening. So you will be saving, quote unquote, saving it for that situation and not just using them at random. But other than that, it really depends a lot on the situation when to use cooldowns, and you just have to use them by instinct a lot of the time, reactively. Like if you just don't know that they have a hog and he just happens to hook someone, you have to be like, oh shit, I happen to bubble that, right? But there are some things that you know that you almost always want to bubble. I'm saying bubble because this is what I have on the screen. So you can go into the game thinking that, okay, I know that if this happens, I have to bubble. And that can give you a little bit of a reasoning base to use your cooldowns not reactively, but to have a more thorough line of thought before using your cooldowns, okay? You understand what I'm saying, yeah? Same goes to like when we were playing Sigma, you could have said that, well, they have a Roadhog, so I'm gonna use my sack if he either hooks me or he uses his ult, I'm gonna sack him. If he uses his hook, I'm gonna shield, and if he heals, I'm gonna rock him, and that's a good baseline, right? And you can even do that like between fights. That's basically fight planning, but on a much minor scale rather than a whole team scale. Okay, so yeah, well, let me know if there's anything else I can help you with or any questions you have before I end the stream. Just waiting for questions. Oh, what I can do while I wait for your questions is I can. Where's my mouse? Show me the cursor, please. No, 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 let's stop. Okay. I hate that I cannot even see my cursor. Don't have any cursor now. That's okay. Let me just. I don't know why I cannot see the cursor. Training. Oh. God damn it. I wish. Oh, there we go. Very strange. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, and just make sure you let people know that they can contact me if they need coaching, especially in the tank role. I just wanted to show you how far Sigma shoots like. This is the range. This is Sigma's range. It's pretty big, right? Like, ideally you want to be like this far away from things at all times. Rock, kill.
Observe the barrier.
Ahead. Right? And if someone pushes us, we just back away. We shoot while we back away. You can throw a melee if someone's close. Suck. Interrupt suck with rock if you have to. It's basically, he's got this much of range, right? This is 0 meters, this is 20 meters. So yeah, just to keep in mind that you can learn that this is basically his range. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's really I am doing this for, to help as many people as I can. And yeah, so long as you play in this range, Sigma is good. Alright, thank you for coming. I'll upload this in a highlight so it doesn't get deleted after 30 days, and I'll send you the link to the highlight so you can come back to it later. Other than that, thank you for stopping by. To everyone who did, thank you for the follows. You, of course, and also Zoe, Aldan, MBD, sorry. And that's it. Good night.